Class 4th, we are just continuing your previous chapter fractions, chapter number 8. Till now, we have done with your fraction and type of fractions, and today we are starting your fractions of whole number. Fractions of whole number. Now your first example is 3 by 5, or you can say 3/5 of 45. Now you have to solve it. So how you are going to solve it? Your first step is divide the whole number by the denominator of the fraction. Now this part is known as your fractional part and this is your whole number. Now what is the first step? You have to divide this whole number with the denominator of the fraction. So here I have done the division, that is 45 divided by 5, and when you divide it, your quotient is coming 9. Okay, because you know 9 5s are 45. So your quotient is coming 9 over here. Now your second step is multiply the quotient by the numerator of the fraction. So this is your quotient. Okay, and what is the numerator of your fraction? It is 3. So you have to multiply this quotient and the numerator of the fraction, that is 3. So 9 3s are 27. Therefore, 3 by 5 of 45 is equals to 27. We are going to do one more example of it. So your example is 2 by 7 of 49. Okay. So I told you that your first step will be dividing this whole number with your denominator of a fraction. So you will divide 49 divided by 7. And when you divide these two, what is your answer is coming? Very good. 7 7s are 49. So your quotient is coming 7 over here. Now you have to multiply this quotient with the numerator of the fraction. So what is the numerator of the fraction? 2. What is your quotient? It is 7. So 7 2s are 14. Therefore, 2 by 7 of 49 is equals to 14. Clear? First you have to divide these two and whatever quotient you are getting, you have to multiply this quotient with the numerator of the fraction and then you will be getting your answer. Second is your conversion of improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Now what is your improper fraction? Your improper fraction is a fraction in which the numerator is greater than or equals to the denominator. Now we have to convert them into a mixed fraction. So first example is express 16 by 5 as a mixed fraction. So first you have to do dividing these two. Okay, you have to divide the numerator with the denominator. So I have done the division over here and I have done 5 3s are 15 and when we subtract these two, my remainder is coming 1. Clear? This is very simple. Now what is the second step? Your second step is write the quotient as the whole number part of a mixed fraction. Now what is your quotient? 3 is your quotient. So 3 you have to write as a whole number part of a mixed fraction. Okay. And your third step is the fractional part of a mixed fraction is equals to remainder upon divisor. So what is your remainder? 1. So I have written 1 over here. What is your divisor? 5. So I have written 5 over here. So therefore the required fraction is 3 whole 1 upon 5. This quotient become your whole number part and this remainder upon divisor become your fractional part. We are going to do one example based on it. Your second example is express 38 by 6 as a mixed fraction. So what we will do? We will divide these two. So 38 divided by 6. Now we will do the division over here. Okay. And I will write 38 over here. Now 6 6 are 36. 6 6 are 36. And when you subtract these two, your remainder is coming 2. Okay, 38 minus 36 will be 2. Now, how you will write in a mixed fraction? I told you, this is your quotient. This is your, very good, remainder. And this one is your divisor. Okay, so how you are going to write the mixed fraction? This quotient part become your whole. And this divisor and remainder become your fractional part. So, 2 upon 6. Clear? You will read it as 6 whole 2 by 6. And you can remember it as QRT. Okay, QR by T. That is your quotient, remainder, and this one is your divisor. Next we are having conversion of mixed fraction into an improper fraction. So here for your first question is express 5 whole 3 upon 4 as an improper fraction. Now how you are going to do it? First write down this 5 whole 3 upon 4. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to multiply this whole number part. This is your whole number part. You have to multiply this with the denominator of the fraction. Okay. So your first step is you have to multiply these two. So you will write 5 into 4. Okay. You have to multiply these two, the denominator with the whole number part. So it is coming 20. Clear? Now your second step is you have to add this product of this denominator and whole number with the numerator of the fraction. So this will be 20 plus 3. Now 20 plus 3 will be 23. Okay. So you will write therefore the required fraction is 23 upon what is the denominator? 4. Clear? First you have to multiply these two and then you have to add the product of these two. Okay, first I have multiplied these two, 5 4s are 20, then I have added this as 20 plus 3 is equals to 23 and your fraction becomes 23 upon 4. We are going to one more example of it. So what is your given fraction? It is 3 whole 1 by 2. I told you to multiply these two. When you multiply these two, your answer will be 3 2s are 6. Okay, this is your first step. And your second step will be adding the product of these two with 1. So your 6 plus 1 is equals to 7. Therefore, the required fraction, what will be the required fraction now? It is 7 upon 2. Clear? Next we are having equivalent fraction. Now equivalent means equal value. So the fractions which are equal in value are known as your equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are the fractions that have the same value or represent the same part of an object. Here the value remains the same but the form of the fraction changes. Now we are going to understand from this example. Here I have drawn 3 circles. Now just come with your first circle. Here I have divided this circle into 2 equal parts, and as you can see I have shaded one part of it. So its fraction become 1 by 2. Clear? Now in your second part I have divided the circle into 4 equal parts and I have shaded 2 parts of it. So the fractions become 2 by 4. And in the third part I have divided the circle into 8 equal parts and I have shaded 4 part of it. So the fraction become 4 by 8. Now as you can see, in each of these 3 circles only the half circle is shaded. Come to your first one, only the half circle is shaded. In second one, though I have divided into 4 equal parts and shaded 2 parts of it, but still you can see the half of the circle is shaded. Similarly, with the third one, I have divided into 8 equal parts and I have shaded the 4 parts, but the half of the circle is shaded. So, though the form of the fraction is changing, as you can see here my fraction is 1 by 2, here 2 by 4, here 4 by 8. But the value of the fraction doesn't change, only half of the circle is shaded. So these kind of fraction, these 1 by 2, 2 by 4 and 4 by 8 are called equivalent fractions that are equivalent to 1 by 2. Okay, these all fractions are equivalent to 1 by 2. Why? Because only half of the circle is shaded. Next we are having how to find the equivalent fractions. So your first question is find the 3 equivalent fractions of 2 by 7. Now when we have to find the equivalent fraction, what we do, we just multiply or divide both the numerator as well as the denominator of a fraction by the same number except your 0 and 1. So I have done the multiplication, so I multiply 2 by 7 by 2. As I told you, except 0 and 1, so you will be starting with 2. So when I have multiplied my fraction by 2, I am getting 4 by 14. This is your first equivalent fraction. Okay. Now for the second, you will take your fraction 2 by 7 and multiply it with 3. And you have to multiply both the numerator as well as the denominator with the same number for finding the equivalent fraction. So 2 3s are 6 and 7 3s are 21. Okay, this is your second equivalent fraction. And for the third one, I multiply the fraction 2 by 7 by 4. So when I have done the multiplication, it's 2 4s are 8 and 7 4s are 28. So the three equivalent fractions of 2 by 7 are 4 by 14, 6 by 21 and 8 by 28. Okay, so children, take care and thank you.